MK, and I am here with another 14 days of Christmas, and today I have a bunch of hollies. So I went through everything that I had as far as embellishments goes, and I pulled out everything that represented hollies, as well as every red heart that was in there. Yes, I'm going to do hearts, you guys. I also have two photos of our Christmas tree, one on Christmas Day and one, I believe, shortly after it was decorated. So it doesn't change much, but there is the train around it, which I almost forgot to put up last year. So I have these two charcoal gray papers. One is from the Christmas Noel collection from Simple Stories, and then the second one is from Christmas Lodge. I do have to say that I was a little worried about bringing in both of the greens and both of the blacks, but I think they're going to look just fine. I think they're going to work for what I am looking for. I also have both sticker sheets from Rustic Christmas as well as Christmas Lodge. There's a lot of tickets and tags and labels and things that I wanted to try to put on this layout, but I'm not sure how busy it's going to get. Now, I do apologize about the lighting for this layout. I am working away from home, trying to get orders out and try to keep up with the store, but I knew that I had a few videos that I still needed to record before I could call it okay to stop and just concentrate on the store. Now, I do have to say, for those of you that are interested, the store is fully caught up. I have no more orders due out to anyone. All the dues are paid, but I did put the store on vacation mode due to the fact that I did not want to run into any more issues. I want to get the issue resolved before anything else goes. That is just the dedication that I need to put in for my customers. So as soon as the store gets put right and back where it needs to be, I will keep you informed of all of that. Okay. All right. Business done and over with. Let's get to scrapping because that's all we care about in these videos. So what I did was I took the lighter charcoal gray or black and went ahead and matted my photos on it because I feel like now they're floating. I feel like now they have a shadow to them as opposed to just black on black. And then what I want to do once I figure out how my photos are going to go on this layout is I want to take all of these holly berries and I want to replace the berries with hearts. I do not want any of the hearts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and pull out all of the little holly berries except for the blue ones that are from 49 and Market. I'm going to put those off to the side. They're not really blue. They're more like an aqua, more like a on the greener side. So turquoise, I guess, is what that pretty blue would be called. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of these little hearts and put them over the berries. Now, I do end up just doing one heart per berry holly leaf and try to call it good. But then I didn't like how they were looking, so I do end up putting 2 to 3 leaves to each heart. And then I really liked how full that was starting to look. I also have some round hearts. They're round red dots. Oh my gosh, say that 10 times fast, with white hearts. And so I mix those up with the red buffalo check hearts that I have going on throughout this whole layout. And then I have very few solid hearts. And I do mix up the sticker hearts with the chipboard hearts and the foam hearts and the cardstock sticker hearts. They're all different levels of thickness. And I make sure that the sticker heart goes on top of the foam hollies, as well as, the chipboard goes on top of the paper. That way there's a lot of dimension without creating, 2 layers of foam on top of each other. So it was fun to do this. Like I said, I struggle with hearts. And so this was a needed exercise for me to think of them as just a different holly berry as opposed to I'm working with a heart. And so it was fun, but yet a very good challenge for me. And I loved mixing everything up and matching, the hearts to the berries just to try to get them covered up and try to figure out how I want my hollies to go and whatnot. And it was just fun. It really, really was. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys how I complete all of these before putting them on my layout. I hope it is not too repetitive. I just didn't know where to, slice it up and say, okay, I'm done. So anywho, here are my two trees. Like I said, one is without the train because I forgot about it. And the other one is with the train going around. It just a couple days. So I honestly think the one with the train was before Christmas. And then one of the dogs accidentally slid into the tracks, breaking a section of the tracks. And so we decided to take the tracks down and just have the train tucked behind the tree a little bit. So yeah, it's very sad. I might have to buy a new track or a section of a track to replace. I'm not really sure. To be honest, my train has not left the station yet this year. I'm a little slow getting Christmas up because, like I said, I ran into issues with the store and I wanted to make sure that got handled before it got any further behind. So for this one, it does get a little crowded. I do end up going a load overboard for the hollies. I did not intend for them to become columns going up my page. I actually wanted them to go and make a shelf under my page. So I don't know when they became columns. like I totally forgot what I was going to be doing with the hollies and I just kept playing. And they both went up this edges because I have dead space in both sides of my photos. And that's probably what I was thinking, but that wasn't my original intention. So what I'm doing now is I am placing all of my paper hollies and my foam hollies and the Simple Stories hollies down first. And then I'm going to go back through and put all of the 49 and Market hollies. They're going to fill in the gaps and add a little bit more color other than just all this green in there. There's a tone-on-tone green that Simple Stories used for all their holly berries. And then 49 and Market definitely used a two-tone green. So it was definitely two different greens as opposed to a lighter and a darker of the same shade of green. So I think that's going to help a lot, bring in some color and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding in the 49 and Market holly leaves, holly berries, holly. And then after I am done finding homes for these guys, I have some rub-ons that I wanted to add in as well because I was so ecstatic that the stars showed up really well on my black paper. So I really wanted to see how the holly berries show up. And I like it because they are definitely in the back looking. So they definitely give this layout some depth, even though it is a little bit on the very busy side. Right now, it just looks like a cluttered mess. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to keep going. I really am. I'm not going to stop. I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. I am using a totally different setup from what I have. I'm actually on a folding table. I'm just very grateful for what I had. But my friend, she has 3 rooms. We tease her about it, but her house is a 4-bedroom house, and after her children left, she had one. Before her children left, she had 1 scrapbook room, and afterwards, she had, as her children slowly moved out, then she ended up with 2, and then she ended up with 3, and one of them became like what's that yarn work called? Crocheting. So she ended up with a crochet room. She ended up with a stamp room and then a paint room. Well, then she ended up with a laser machine, just like I have. And now she has a laser room, a paint room, and a scrap room. And her crocheting is just as she's doing her project. She doesn't really need a whole room for all that yarn and stuff. She decided to disperse of the yarn and just get the yarn as she was doing the project so she didn't have to store it anymore, which is a brilliant idea. Why don't we do that in scrapbooking? I have no idea. But so she basically cleaned out one of her rooms so I could stay there. And I was there for 3 days, to be honest. And yes, I was there for 3 days nonstop. just trying to get orders out and trying to get them packaged up and ready to go, and all that stuff. So I want to say I practically moved in, but I didn't really like sleep there. But I was there from the time my kids got on the bus to the time that dinner was ready. So I definitely, was a busy bee, to be honest, and very grateful that she, uprooted one of her rooms just so I had a place to set up my recording station and a place to fill orders. So I had all these boxes behind me and all this really cool stuff to fill orders. So I'm very grateful for my friend. I really am. I do not know what I would do without her. All right, so to finish off this layout, I am going to use my very bright red hearts. And I've got these holly leaves that are from the shop. I hate to say that they're from the shop because the shop is temporarily on vacation. But they are from the shop, and I'm just going to put them on either side because the hearts were very bright and very bold. I thought that the leaves needed to be very bright and very bold with them, and they were just the perfect addition to add a little bit of, I don't know, like starkness to what looks like chaos on the layout, in all honesty. But I do love how everything turned out on this layout. I really, really do. It's not what I intended. I intended all of that stuff to wrap underneath the photos and not wrap around the photos. But hey, now it looks like I have two corners, one at the bottom left and one at the upper right, and then they're just extended. But I do like it. I think I might, when I get home, and long after I take pictures, I think I'm going to actually put some white splatter on this. I think that is what is definitely going to add to the chaos of this layouts. So I have a few more leaves that I would like to add to this layout. Now I do struggle with one of them, which is this one right here, because I am trying to put it on multiple layers, but I don't think that I share that with you guys in the video. I think I just pretty much pretend like it's there, and disregard having to keep gluing it and holding it and whatnot. It's just when you go to apply acrylic, no matter how thin it is, it definitely is not, it doesn't go over two different layers. And I'm just using regular glue that my girlfriend had, so that way I could keep moving on, because I completely forgot all of my glue except for my giant ATG gun. And that is the layout for today, you guys. It is just a cluster of holly leaves. I do end up liking how it looks, even though it started out as total chaos. I can still see the leaves, and I think that or the trees, are my photos, and I think that what helps with that is because there's no other trees except for in the upper cluster. Like the very top cluster is the only tree that is in my embellishments, except for, like, I have a lot of words that say tree, tree, tree. All right, you guys, again, thank you so very much. I really, truly had a blast today creating this layout. I want you guys to check out everyone else in their links down below to see who all is playing along with us for 14 days. And us being Janet Fritz, she is my partner in crime for this series. I am just loving all of the layouts that she is putting out there, you guys. It is amazing, and you definitely need to go check her out if you don't mind. I would love it if you did. And I will see you guys all later. Bye.